what we feel the best way to determine the value of your home is to get a... And we're live.
Hi friends, welcome to My Divorce Real Estate. I'm Amber Gifford, and who are you?
I am Scotty Gifford, and we are the Gifford Group.
Yes, we are the Gifford Group, and this is our YouTube channel, My Divorce Real Estate, and we always are here talking about cool stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real estate related, divorce real estate related.
And so today we're going to talk a little bit about real estate, but it's going to relate back to divorce somehow, as always does, doesn't it?
Always does. Well, so we're going to talk about how to get the value of your home, because let's be real, when you go in through a divorce, whether you're keeping the house, buying out your outspouse, or whether you're selling the home, everybody wants to know, what is your home value worth?
What is your home worth? The big
You're going to
question.
have, if you have an attorney there and you guys are in mediation, you're going to need to know that before you go. If you don't have an attorney and you just show up in front of a judge on your time, they're going to be like, we need the value of the home. You need to go get an appraisal. So that is one of the ways. Well, first, let's talk about what we feel is the best.
So what we feel the best way to determine the value of your home is to get a CMA, or a Comparative Market Analysis.
Yes.
And how do you get one of those?
You go to a licensed realtor who can do one for you for free. So you should not be charged for it unless you have like 17 plus homes, and then at that point that's like 17 hours worth of work. So
Yeah.
they might charge you then. But
If you only have the one home, I'm sure you should be able to get the CMA for free.
so we are looking at the same information that an appraiser is looking at. We're comparing the lot size, the square footage, how many bedrooms in the same section. We're going, a mile out. Same as them, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to look at a lot of the same data going back 6 months. But actually in this market right now, and that's
6 months is too far.
Yeah, it's not working out too well right now in this market. So, that's things that, as a local realtor is going to be able to take that into account for you. Now, we are in the Houston market and we service all of Houston. So that's where our area of expertise is. Like, we won't be able to run a CMA for you if you're up in Dallas,
Right.
but we
have
can,
connections.
yeah, we do have referrals and connections up there that we can obviously, help with.
But the reason that we feel the CMA is the best for you in getting the value of your home, there's one really key thing. So typically, sometimes your family lawyer, attorney for family law, or your judge is going to say, oh, go order an appraisal. But the problem with that is, one, you're going to be spending $500 to $600, and who pays for that? If you're the stay-at-home mom and they're going to give you the house, or just that's money to dish out when you can get a CMA for free. And we look at the same things too, except that an appraiser is licensed as well, but they don't take into account the condition of the property as we would.
Yeah, it's not something that they're going to dive too deep into. So
they're going to be looking at the comps that are around there, same as what we said, square footage, bedroom, stuff like that, 1-story, 2-story pool, things like that. But they're not going to take into account, like, if you're like, hey, I have a roof that needs to be repaired, and I'm fairly certain we've lived here X amount of years and we've never had a new roof. Our AC was leaking Freon the other day. So these are questions that we ask as divorce real estate specialists when we go in to meet with you to look at your home. If we aren't inspectors, but we do notice things, and if there's a big crack in the slab, we're like, hey, you probably need to have that checked out.
And that's one thing that we too, when we come to do a CMA for a person, is we are going to ask those questions, and we do have those people that can come out. We do have a roofer that can come out for free, right? We do have the AC guy that we can recommend to get you that check on those. So because we want you to make sure, if you are going to divorce, you take those things into account, which the appraiser is not going to take. He's not even going to ask you those questions. Really, he's not even going to talk to you. He's just going to come in, takes photos of the outside, and go back and run comps, and then never talk to you.
And so why you're asking, why does that even matter? Who really cares? Well, it matters because it changes the bottom line of the split of the equity of the home that you're going to be receiving. So you want to know, if you're keeping that house and it has foundation problems, it needs a new roof, and the toilet's leaking. You want to know, because before you get a divorce, those things need to be repaired. And if he's wanting you to stay there, and you're going to buy him out of his equity, somebody's got to pay for that, and it changes the bottom line of what's split between the two of you.
For sure.
So a CMA, is really the best resource for you. An appraiser can do an appraisal for you. You will have to pay for it. There's two other ways too. But we don't recommend them.
Yeah. So the other way is just go, hey, pull up Zillow and put that value in there. We don't recommend that because that's just a computer, that is just,
It's computer generated.
Yeah, it's computer generated by, and it might be in the ballpark. It might be close. It might be far off. It's going to be based on the information input. And sometimes the information input is garbage, or sometimes the information is very accurate. But you won't know that just by looking at that number. Well, Zillow, they lost a lot of money because they lost something like $400 million last year based off of their algorithm. So
yeah, if you're coming to your real estate agent going, oh, my house is worth this, or you don't use that number, you need to really go by what's sold. And the way the hot market is right now, it might be what's sold in the last 30 days. And then if you are preparing this document or having it sent to your attorney and you're really not getting divorced for another 6 months, you are going to have a CMA again. So if you're choosing to do an appraisal and you let them talk you into that, or they're suggesting it and you're like, okay, that's the route I want to go, you're not only buying one, but you could be buying two. And if you're going into a year, you could be buying three. Really, that's a lot of money to spend when you can get a CMA for free. So the last one,
is you could go to your local county tax assessor, right? So like I said, we're here in Houston, so you can go to HCAT, or you can go to Fort Bend Harris County Appraisal District, or Montgomery County Appraisal District, and look at that. Now, we don't recommend doing that either because of multiple reasons, but one of the main reasons is that it is going to be outdated usually, right? Because it is they haven't been out to your home in years, and they're just upping the amount, right? Based on, or maybe they're assuming your neighbor's home, which was remodeled, and sold for the X amount of dollars, so your home must be worth this. But that might not be the case because yours isn't remodeled, or maybe yours is a little bit, functional obsolescence, as we would say.
So what it sounds like, which is the one thing that we're always telling everybody, is that the condition of the property is key and able to give you a fair market value of your home. What we would be giving you is this fair market value of what you could sell your home for. An appraiser is going to give you an appraised value of what they see that it appraises for based off sold comps, but they're not taking into account, the property condition, which is huge. And again, what you're saying for tax assessment and Zillow, like nobody else looks at that. So make sure when you are getting a realtor to do a CMA for you, if that's the route you choose to go, that you get someone that focuses and knows divorce, because they should know to be asking for those things, because it changes the bottom line.
It does. And so the only time we do recommend an appraisal is when you are doing a refinance, and the bank is going to be required is going to require it for the loan, for the refinance, if you're buying out your spouse or you're staying in the home doing a cash out refi. So, but that's the only time we actually, would recommend it, is when you do need it, right?
And they're going to order it, and you'll be paying for that too. So don't get one prior to. Your lender who's you're doing the buyout with is going to order one, and you'll be paying for it then anyway.
Yeah. So if you get one just to figure out the value, that's going to be a worthless appraisal, and they're just going to have to, order a new one that they order. So.
Cool. All right. Well, so that's the best way to get the values of your home. We talked about the CMA, doing an appraisal, Zillow, Open Door, and the tax assessment. My vote is for a CMA.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for watching. And as always, we're here to bring you real life experiences to all your real estate needs.